call him a gadfly who annoys you in order to provoke you into action, or regard him as a necessary irritant. But Governor Nyesom Wike is a man you cannot ignore. The Rivers State strongman has increased the number of his newly appointed special assistants on political affairs to 200,000. Yes, 200,000. He inaugurated the last batch of 100,000 appointees at the Adokie Amasiemaka Stadium, Port Harcourt, on Friday. According to our man, he decided to increase the number to accommodate more people who had shown willingness to work for him. The late Greek philosopher Adekunle Plato, he said, one of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. You agree with him?
I do.
But by the way, Rivers State is Ibinabo State.
You see, when I see news, emanating from Rivers lately, sometimes I feel very sad. And I don't want to be using unprintable names. We are at a time the economy is hemorrhaging. At a time, we need true leaders, visionary leaders. Who do we have? Jesters.
You call them
jesters? That's the way I look at them. Every angle of not just Wike. Or what do you tell me? You want to hold a political meeting? Nigerian leaders, they have to rush to France, rush to Canada or London.
They don't go to Akwa Ibom.
Are there no places in Nigeria where you can hold meetings? Or they want to rest, they rush to Dubai, they rush to everywhere? These are
say those places, no be people repair them.
And when you go with retinue of, and you see Nigerian governors. And when I look
state money,
of course,
foreign currency.
Yes, currency. And you won't believe it. They will be entitled to what they call estaco for meaningless jamborees. And you wonder.
But this one this one is in Port Harcourt, Adekunle. Don't take us to Dubai.
I know. I know. It's part of it. Okay. Because the man we are talking about, it's like a leader in this, what I don't want to call, You see, what do you need 200,000 aides for?
He said these are men who are ready to work with him.
Okay, if he owns a company, as a sane Nigerian, you own a company, and you see 200,000 people who are ready to work for you. Are you saying you will engage them without? Please, we need to make some. Nigerians are not mumu now. We are rationally minded, people. What's the meaning of 200,000? It's not the only one. There are some governors in the north, you will say 2,000, 5,000, 6,000. Fine. But we need to ask ourselves, when it is time to pay teachers, they will complain. But again, when it is time to pay workers, they will complain.
Also note, all these 200,000 are engaged ahead of 2023.
Well, that is at a time you have about 6 months or thereabout to leave office. So what work would they want to do for you other than to do maybe meaningless political maneuverings and intrigues and all the dirty things? From the state money, if it's your money, I don't care. You can hire the entire, Nigerians. I won't begrudge you. But this is public fund. We need to query our leaders, the way they are behaving, the way they are running affairs in Nigeria. No country ever prosper in this time.
All right. Let me talk to Ibenabo, who is a River State woman. Ibenabo,
maybe she's one of the appointees. Ask her
maybe not. Maybe not. If she was, she wouldn't be here. Ibenabo, do you consider your governor as a gadfly, a showman, or he wants to be noticed?
I would say you would almost fit into one or two of them, of what you have mentioned. But you see, in all of this, what caught my attention was the fact that he said it was part of his promise to take care of stomach infrastructure, which for me is quite derogatory. Such a statement to me is derogatory. If you use words like, you see, we have to be careful of the usage of words. If you use words like poverty alleviation, it has a bit of dignity in it.
Yeah.
But when you talk about you are doing this to answer to or to speak to stomach infrastructure, I mean, it is quite derogatory. You understand? And like Adekunle said, you have just about 6 months to the end of your tenure. So I don't know what he said, and I particularly paid attention to the job description. He said they should, give him feedbacks on on people's opinion of his tenure.
Yeah.
What difference would that make at this time?
Okay. All right. We have been talking about money. Let's make some money. We go on a commercial break. We'll be back shortly. Please don't go away. All right, welcome back. Don't forget, we're still in Rivers State, where the governor has appointed 100,000 more special assistants to bring the figure up to 200. Yes, Ibn about 200,000 special assistants. Too much? Too little?
It doesn't make any sense. More so at this time, 6 months to the end of his tenure. What he should have done at this time, because he said he wants to be remembered as a great governor. What he should do now is to create jobs. Jobs that even when he is long gone, will be there for this youth. Not this temporary stuff that is going about with. I mean, I don't see, it doesn't, it's not adding up.
Ibn Abo, you speak as though any of the 200,000 has rejected the job.
They won't reject because, we all understand the situation of the country.
Okay.
I'm from there, I know what it is. Talk about the floods.
You are not one of them.
Of course, I'm here.
No, this is political appointment we are talking about, not civil service jobs.
I know.
And you know what that means?
Tell
in
me
terms
more.
of remuneration. Maybe special assistance.
Because they won't be on national minimum wage.
That's what we are talking about. So,
and they won't be owed.
And don't forget, the cars that come, you know what I'm saying? The pegs.
Fueled by the
state. The pegs of office. So, who is that Nigerian that would turn down such kind of opportunity?
But the question is...
So we are saying this is insane at a time the Nigerian economy is down. Now we should be rediscussing...
but let's break it down.
We should be rediscussing the cost of governance in Nigeria.
Some states can weather it. Ibn Abo, you understand?
Kano,
Lagos, Port Harcourt.
Okay, why has the Lagos state government not employed 1 million essays, 1 million commissioners because it can weather it? It's about governance. You use your brain. The cost of governance in Nigeria is insane. And we should rediscuss it, not worsen it. What is happening in Rivers State should go into the Guinness Book of Record as one of the worst things to have happened to our country.
Wow.
So another thing I'm looking at is, okay, what's going to happen to this 200,000?
After Wike is gone?
Exactly, because I don't think
it will enter their CV.
That they were once...
essays.
So
essays to governor.
That is, okay, value added, blah, blah, blah.
All right, a call has come from my state. Will you? Etienne is waiting. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you, Citizen Jones.
Yeah, I greet you.
Yes, I my regards to your analyst in the studio.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I want to talk on the issue of Wike's increment of his political assistants and so on and so forth. You see, a lot of people might not accept what he's doing. But personally, because I am on the street, I know what it means to survive. One of your analysts has said that this would have been nice if it were to be a job, a government job. Well, he didn't think that way. But at least it helps to checkmate a lot of issues in Rivers State. So far, we've not had any, since Wike came into power, we've not had any political uproar. We've not had any issue in the state, in Rivers State. So I think somehow this is a sense of trying to carry people along that is helping that to be, yes. Imagine that in our state, something like that has happened. I mean, it is, although I don't know how much
do you have any such appointments in Akwa Ibom?
No, we don't. We don't have in our side, in Akwa Ibom, our leaders, they don't think of the citizens. They think of themselves. Yes, they don't think of the citizens. They think of themselves.
Thank you very kindly. Thank you for your intervention.
I'm sorry I disagree with his line of thinking.
But don't go to court, yeah?
No, I won't go to court, but I disagree with his line of thinking.
Okay.
Believe me, if you want to help the citizens, that's not the approach. 200,000 in the states of millions. You get my point? About but public money.
But
what the
200,000 and look at, imagine 200,000 dependents.
Dependents.
Yeah.
So that's how to run a state?
Are we talking about running a state now, or about the appointments?
By the time you calculate what goes into the hands of this few, and try to extrapolate what's the percentage compared to the entire citizens, you realize that you may have committed, economic,
all right.
Suicide.
What the man from Uyo has told you is nobody's complaining there. But you remember the author of Animal Farm, George Orwell. He said, if people every 4 years they keep electing those who torture them, you can't refer to those people as sufferers. They are part of the problem.
You see, let me tell you one thing about Rivers State.
Okay.
The opinion majority of Nigerians have of Wike is not same as the opinion people of Rivers have of him.
Okay.
In Rivers State, Wike is viewed as a man of the people. So, on that, creating 200,000 jobs for you are the ones interpreting it, whichever way. To them, he has created 200,000 jobs for the youth, and it is evenly spread across all the wards. So the way it is, there's hardly, because in Rivers State you have compounds, there's hardly a compound that you will not get maybe 1 or 2 young person engaged.
It is not impossible any of your relatives might be there. It's possible.
So, for my own concern is sustainability.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens?
How do you sustain that? Up in 6 or 7 months' time, they are gone.
So it is a matter of have a little taste, and that is why that is dangerous, because a man you gave a job for 6 months and you pay him handsomely, if he loses that job suddenly, there's going to be a huge problem.
If he stops getting that largesse, there's
going to be a problem. So that is my worry. Otherwise, honestly, in Rivers State, the mindset of River citizens are quite different from the way we view Wike outside of Rivers State.
All right.
So your opinion is like strange to them. But what beyond the 6 months, what's going to happen to them?
Adekunle, just know that the man has given livelihood to 200,000 Rivers folks.
Yes, he has done what he called it, stomach infrastructure.
Or something. That's what
they called it,
okay.
stomach infrastructure.
Yes,
okay.
that's what they called it.
All right, then.